Esther Buerki, book writing expert and writer. I help you overcome the fear of writing and publishing your book. I offer you an online course called Believe You Can Write, and I support you with one-on-one coaching sessions. And if you wish to write your own story, I created a free resource for you to inspire you and to stop doubting whether your story is worth telling or not. You'll find the link in the show notes. And please share this podcast with a friend who you know needs to hear my message and who wants to write a book for a long time. In today's episode, I'd like to share some very personal breakthroughs I had while attending Tony Robbins' event called Wealth Mastery. If you think now I'll be talking to wealthy people, and you are totally wrong, and you shouldn't stop listening now. Because being wealthy doesn't mean to have a lot of money in your bank account. Think of all the millionaires and billionaires who are unhappy and who commit suicide because they feel their life doesn't make any sense. Feeling wealthy starts with gratitude. Can you feel grateful for what you have? It might be little, but if you really feel the worth of it, you will instantly feel rich. Or do you have a little bit more, maybe some savings, and do you feel it is not enough? Are you still afraid that you won't have enough to feed your kids or just yourself? If this resonates with you, I can tell you this is exactly my story. My father never talked about money in a positive way. He was always afraid that the money he made being a high school math teacher won't be enough. When he talked about money, it was always with a scarcity mindset, always. My mother, a stay-home mom forever, who grew up during the Second World War in Germany, never made any money and never wanted to deal with money. Her beliefs around money were, money is dirty, and if you have some, it goes away very quickly. And guess what I believed before working on my money mindset? I took exactly my parents' mindset and beliefs. Although I've worked a lot on my money mindset in the past years, there are always things that trigger my beliefs around money. And I'm always surprised because I thought I've worked on it and now it comes back. But I believe it's a journey which doesn't end. There are layers and more layers. So last week during the Tony Robbins event, I realized how sad it is that I'm still afraid of not having enough money. It doesn't matter if I have $20,000 in my bank account or $100,000 or $500,000. It is never enough. I'm afraid it could go away again. And where does this come from? Yes, this is exactly the belief I inherited from my mother, and I didn't change it. I don't want to blame my mother. She didn't learn it better, but I can blame myself for not having looked closer at my beliefs and changed them for a long time. But this kind of thought doesn't help. The past stays the past. I can only change the present. So last week, I made some significant changes to my spending habits psychology. When I went shopping for food for my two boys in the past, I always looked at the price tag first before putting the item into the shopping cart. I never allowed myself to buy new things without knowing what they cost. For example, when I changed from normal milk to vegan milk, I checked all the stores around me to find out where I can buy the cheapest vegan milk. Or I drove from Switzerland, where I live, to Germany. For me, it's half an hour drive, and I went there shopping. When my boys were smaller, I saved so much money on diapers, baby food, clothes, etc. But I remember I had so much stress with these shopping tours because I needed to do all in a hurry while the boys were at childcare or being looked after by my friends or family. So last week, I took the decision to go shopping without looking at the prices anymore, and not to go to Germany anymore and spend my valuable and limited time just to save some Swiss francs. To be honest, it won't be easy for me to skip these habits because I always lived this way. But I really want to upgrade my life. I want to feel rich, which means say goodbye to my scarcity mindset. I'm sure it will pop up again, the scarcity, the thoughts that I'm afraid of having enough money. But I don't want to spend the rest of my life with the same beliefs and habits I took from my parents. And even much more important in my situation, I don't want to hand over those limiting beliefs to my boys who are now 16 and 18. And I'm so grateful that I realized this now, because now I can change it. The boys saw me with this scarcity mindset, and they also started thinking this way. But I want to be a better role model for them now. And this can only start today. And I can repeat it tomorrow and every day for the rest of my life. And it only works when I do it consistently. So consistency is key. This goes with everything you want to change. If you want to write your book, if you want to upgrade your physical fitness, or if you want to change your mindset from fear to trust, you need consistency. And then life will never be the same. I hope you liked this short episode, and I really hope it will encourage you to make changes to your money mindset. Because what Tony Robbins and many others say is so true. The thing with money is 80% is psychology and 20% is mechanics. And if you like to write your own biography and if you need some inspiration, go to www.estherbuerki.com/my-story. You'll find the link in the show notes of this podcast. And please share this podcast with someone who wants to change her or his mindset, but who doesn't know how to start. Thank you so much for helping to spread the word about this podcast and helping those who are still suffering from a scarcity mindset. Have an amazing day.